Welcome back to WesPregame. As I mentioned before, I'm joined now with Nick Cooney, who's a pitcher on the Wesleyan men's baseball team. Nick, you guys absolutely swept Williams this weekend. How's that feeling, that little 3-win? How does that feel for you?
It's huge. I mean, as we said before, it's the first sweep of Williams, I think, since 2000, around there. So it's a big win for the team. Everything kind of really came together and clicked at the right time, hitting, defense, pitching. I think it's big for the program, it's big for the school, and I mean, like we said before, we're in the driver's seat, so it's fun.
Yeah, well, for you as a pitcher, how do you think your preparation for each game differs from some of your teammates?
From other pitchers or position players?
Position players.
I think it's a lot different. I mean, you only have to pitch. You don't have to worry about hitting. You don't have to worry as much about fielding. So you go about a half hour before the game and stretch out, start throwing and stuff, and you have a very specific job. It's just you have to worry about throwing pitches for strikes and executing and stuff. So it's specific, but at the same time, it can be difficult. You know?
Yeah, well, and you mentioned that you usually pitch on Fridays,
Yeah.
and then on Saturdays you kind of have the day off. But how does it feel to watch your team when you can't really be a part of that?
I mean, I guess it could seem a little boring for an outsider, but if someone loves baseball, and I love baseball, it's a blast. I don't know, you can't really do much, so you just sit on the bench and kind of scream as loud as you can, try and lose your voice, but it's fun.
When did you first realize that you loved baseball, and when did you first realize that you loved pitching?
I'd say I love baseball when I was about 4 or 5. It was a family thing. I don't know, my dad got me into it. I have a younger brother, so we both played. And then I just kept playing. When I was probably about 10 or 11, started pitching, and getting a little more serious about it. And then in high school, it was pretty much just exclusively pitching. I didn't really hit or anything, so had a lot of time to focus on that, which was nice.
Great. Well, yeah, I mean, you have 2 more years ahead of you. You guys right now are a really young team. How does that feel, or how does you think about each game, and even like thinking about the next season, when you're thinking about, you only have 4 seniors, what does that mean to you?
I mean, it's exciting. It's exciting for the program, for the team. I think the seniors have done a great job of being captains and being leaders, and then the younger guys have done a great job of stepping into the leadership positions and knowing the roles, being like verbal leaders and everything, which is good. And then, yeah, it is exciting. I mean, we talk about it all the time, how pretty much our whole starting lineup is freshmen and sophomores, and I mean, the potential is kind of scary and kind of fun to see what could happen for the next few years.
Yeah, I mean, when you're playing on Foss, as you did this past weekend, what does that signify to you, this really special space where there's a lot of people there who are watching your game, probably more so than any other NESCAC?
Yeah, it's a blast. I mean, as the lacrosse team said, it's a definite home field advantage. I've never played anywhere where it's so unique, and you're right in the middle of campus. Everything's going on around there. There's everyone on Foss, and even if they're not necessarily paying attention to the game, they're there, and it's, I guess, kind of intimidating for the other team. It's exciting. I don't know, it's a good atmosphere.
So besides the next game, are there any other games in particular that you're looking forward to in this coming season?
I think that the Amherst series is a pretty big series. It's a little 3, and then, as was said before, it could determine what happens for seeding for playoffs, if we, who will host and stuff. So I think that's a big one, and people are excited and looking forward to that, but at the same time, trying to focus on the other games.
Especially after all of this little 3, hubbub this past weekend.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Well, are there any, particular moments of this season that stand out to you?
I think just coming off of the Williams wins, that's probably thus far in the season the biggest ones. And like we said, it's big for the program, and just right after the sweep, as soon as the last out was recorded, everyone was going crazy. Fans, parents, coaches, and stuff. So it was huge. It was a big one.
Well, great. Well, thanks for being on the show.
Thank you very much.
Enjoyed it very much, and we're looking forward to see what's coming for the rest of the season.
Appreciate it.
Okay.